All right, next up, we've got Oklahoma and Auburn. Oklahoma 2-point road favorites, 46 being the total here in this game. I like Oklahoma's defense a lot, and I thought for a good chunk of that game against Tennessee last week, they hung in there as well as they could against a very dynamic, explosive offense, a great quarterback in Nico Iamaleava, but they cannot overcome this bad offense, and it's an offensive line that's still struggling in the trenches. There's not a lot of playmakers at receiver. I think Sharp, the tight end, is the best thing they got going in the passing game right now for Oklahoma. So they don't have a ton of perimeter speed and playmakers at receiver. The O-line is struggling. Jackson Arnold hasn't been anything to write home about. Yeah, and to the point, too, where in that Tennessee game, he got benched in that loss to the Volunteers, and they ended up switching quarterbacks to Michael Hawkins. And look, they actually got some offense going with Michael Hawkins. 11 of 18, 132 passing yards, 1 touchdown, to the point now where there's already the door open for Brent Venables here, and they're already asking him early in the week, is Hawkins going to be the quarterback moving forward? Because this offense does need a spark. Will he go back to Jackson Arnold here Saturday against Auburn is the question. Or is it going to be they give Hawkins a chance? Because he actually did. Now, it was late in the game. Tennessee had already wrapped it up, but he did give that Oklahoma offense finally a little bit of a spark. Will he go to Hawkins here on the road against Auburn? Speaking of a guy with quarterback concerns and problems, Hugh Freeze can sympathize with Brent Venables. Hank Brown, not up to the task after a good game against New Mexico, but I think that was more New Mexico is one of the worst defenses in college football. That Hank Brown looked good in that game. He faces Arkansas last week. What ended up happening? Not a good game at all, to the point where Hugh Freeze takes him out. Both of these guys benched their starting quarterback last week. Hugh Freeze benches Hank Brown, goes back to Peyton Thorne at quarterback. Wasn't really all that much better. They lose to Arkansas. Offense struggles again. Under. How do you not look under in this game? I mean, these are two teams with quarterback concerns. We don't know who's going to start. Is it going to be the number one incumbent, Thorne or Arnold, or is it going to be the backup, Hank Brown? Do they go back to him, Auburn? Do they go to Hawkins, Oklahoma? A lot of quarterback questions, but the defense for Oklahoma is by far the better unit. They hung in there against a mighty strong, tough, explosive Tennessee offense. I don't see Auburn moving the football up and down against Oklahoma's defense here. But Oklahoma's offense is a work in progress. Auburn, at least defensively, you'd even have to say their defense is not as good as Oklahoma's, but their defense is still better than their offense probably right now. So I would lean under in this game. It's very difficult for me to back either side right now with the quarterback issues. C-Mac, what do you think?
I know. I mean, Auburn, they think Brown's the guy. I mean, just awful. It's 3 picks. And they got to go back to Peyton Thorne. It's just, wow, what a mess there for Auburn. But you hit on it real quick on the total. I think both these two teams have to lean on their defenses a little bit, and just try not to have turnovers in this game, because I lean to this under here at 46. That's only what I'd be on in this game. Go back to Tennessee. The biggest spot, Jackson, are just the lights were big, but Tennessee fumbles. They get the ball. It's right there before half, and they're at the 6-5-yard line, and he fumbles. That was just, it was 10-3 at that point in the game. And Tennessee did pull away. They were the better team and probably would have pulled away there, but that was kind of it right there. They could have been 10-10, maybe at least 10-6 going into half, and man, it didn't happen. Then he fumbled later on in the game. So will he be back? I don't know. And then you talked about it. It was just all with Hawkins, junk time. I mean, he did look okay, but 11 for 18. So we'll see. There's still problems out with the offensive line. The receivers just aren't getting much there for Oklahoma. But I think you have to lean just on their defense here. It's kind of weird to say with Oklahoma. I mean, I think that's just the better unit of these two sides of the ball.
Yeah, I think the under is the best approach when it comes to this game. I would agree with that. All right, next.